In 1977, Somalia was involved in a conflict with Ethiopia because Somalia wanted the Ogaden region, which was traditionally Somali territory, because many Somali tribes settled there. With the help of the Soviet Union, Ethiopia managed to defend the region and caused more than 1,000 families to flee to Somalia. This caused a huge refugee problem in Somalia. Somalia itself has a very small number of soldiers because this country is always hit by conflict and prolonged civil war, and also the problem of piracy, which has recently become very rampant in the Somali Sea area. The land of Somalia is known as the land of aromatics in ancient Egyptian times. In classical history, Somalis believed that their ancestors were Arabs from the Quraysh tribe, who in the 7th century AD came to Africa via the Gulf of Aden. This arrival when the spread of Islam was being carried out intensively by Muslim Arabs. Most of them settled and assimilated with the local nomadic population, which eventually gave birth to the present Somali nation. The modern history of Somalia can be traced back to the British and Italian colonial period in the mid-1880s. The Zayla and Berbera regions were ruled by the British as British Somaliland from the 1880s to 1960, while in the south there was Italian Somaliland. After World War II, Somalia became a UN trusteeship and finally gained its independence in 1960 under the name of the Somali Republic. The Republic of Somalia was a parliamentary democracy until 1969, when the armed forces took over and turned Somalia into a socialist state called the Somali Democratic Republic. Its constitution was ratified in 1979, and elections were held to elect a People's Assembly. In addition, Somalia also has a regular and Sharia-based judicial assembly. Somalia has 6 administrative regions, namely Mijirteen, Mudug, Benadir, Hiran, Upper Juba, and Lower Juba. Somalia is currently led by a president and prime minister, namely President Sharif Ahmed and Prime Minister Omar Ali. The Federal Republic of Somalia, formerly the Somali Democratic Republic, is a country located in the Horn of Africa. The country is bordered by Djibouti to the northwest, Kenya to the southwest, the Gulf of Aden and Yemen to the north, the Indian Ocean to the east, and Ethiopia to the west. Somalia is located from 12N to 39S and from 41E to 51E. Its northern coast faces the Gulf of Aden and its eastern coast faces the Indian Ocean. Somalia borders Kenya, Djibouti, and Ethiopia. Somalia covers an area of 637,657 kilometers, slightly larger than France. Somalia has a dry tropical climate with annual rainfall of less than 50 cm. Most of Somalia's territory is arid semi-desert, although there are still mountains and lowlands in the southeast. Somalia has a coastline of about 2,600 kilometers, but due to the presence of a reef offshore, the supply of imported materials is somewhat hampered. Somalia has 3 main rivers, namely the Nagal River in the north, the Shabelle River in the middle, and the Juba River in the south. For the last 2, the areas through which the rivers flow are always fertile because every year the river is always full of water. In many areas, the land of Somalia is overgrown with bushes and grasses, especially in the south. Plants spread throughout the region are baobab and acacia trees, and many other types of trees. The rich fauna owned by Somalia include antelopes, elephants, lions, leopards, cheetahs, hippos, and turtles. Somalia is also a gathering place for the most beautiful bird species in Africa. In addition, Somalia is also a country rich in shark and tuna species. Somalia is officially divided into 13 regions and 5 claimed regions, plural gobolada,
singular gobol,
which are further divided into districts. These regions are